Hey there, I'm Brittany Schroeder, and business and marketing are my jam. I'm here to walk you step by step through this crazy thing we call business. I'm a small town girl, chocolate eating, Diet Coke drinking mom, marketing guru, automation Jedi, and all around good time. This is your weekly dose of all things business and life, sprinkled with some fun. This is the Redefine Business Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Redefine Business Podcast. I'm excited this month to dive into a topic that I am really passionate about, and I'm constantly learning more and more. And I just think that there is so much mixed messaging with launching digital products and just launching in general. And I wanted to just kind of share some of my experiences and the things that I've learned along the way as I have launched different products throughout the years. So on today's podcast, I am going to be talking about the common mistakes to avoid when you are launching. Right now, I'm seeing a new trend. A lot of people are launching digital courses, and I feel like that there is a lot of, I guess I want to say like clickbaity stuff out there where, oh, it's so easy, I launched, or, I understand that people are trying to sell their product, and of course they're going to sell you on the ease of everything and how much money they make. But however, the path to a successful digital product launch, it is riddled with many, many pitfalls. And in this podcast, I want to just kind of go over the 5 common mistakes that often cause a failed digital product launch and discuss strategies to avoid them. I am going off of my own personal experience of failure, but also just things that I'm seeing in the industry and just, different things that you really do want to avoid. I think that I remember the first time I did a digital launch, and I bought a course on how to launch a digital product, and I did all of the things. And I did the Facebook ads, and I spent all this time creating this amazing course. And then I just remember afterwards just feeling so deflated because I feel like, okay, that did not go as planned. I thought I was going to be so rich. I was going to make so much money. It was going to be so easy. And I realized that there's just a little bit more to launching a digital product. And I've learned over the years, and every single launch I've done since then, I have learned and become better and had more success. So let's get to it. The first mistake that I see is neglecting market research. So one of the most fundamental mistakes in launching a digital course is neglecting a really deep dive into market research. Understanding your target audience, their needs, preferences, and your competition is so important for creating a product that your followers want to use. Rushing into creating a digital product without a solid understanding of the market can result in a failed launch. So do your market research. There's a really good book out there that I love and I tell my clients to read all the time, and it's called Launch by Jeff Walker. And one of the things that he does that I love, and I've implemented it, is he sends out to his email list a survey and asks them, so if he's going to launch a specific product, he reaches out to them and asks for their feedback. And what would you like to see if I created this product? And I've done that. And there's so much good information. And it gives you ideas for social media. It gives you ideas for your digital product, but just doing that market research. So what is the solution with, getting good market research? Take the time to conduct market research before you dive into the creation phase. Engage with your own warm audience. That can be your email list, your social media, or if you're just beginning, reach out to people that are your target audience through surveys or interviews. And this data will not only help you to understand the needs, but it also will help you to tailor your marketing strategy to better reach and resonate with your audience. So make sure that you do not miss this part of launching your product. And I also think, it's important to really know your competition too. See what's out there, see what you're competing against, because a lot of times we might come up with an idea, but then, and I think it's the law of attraction too, but then we start seeing, oh, There is a lot of people have already done this. Lots of people have already done this. So definitely do not neglect doing your market research. Okay. The next one is insufficient warm audience. So a lot of times people overlook, and I was guilty of this, is that you are not cultivating a warm audience before you launch. So a warm audience, that means that consists of individuals who are already familiar with your brand. They engage with your content. They have shown an interest in your offerings. You have that know, like, and trust factor with them. So ignoring this and really like nurturing your warm audience and making sure that you have an audience that is interested in it, this can result in missed opportunities to generate early interest and really like get that support for your digital product. So make sure that you have that warm audience, you're nurturing them, you're kind of prepping them for what's coming up. So the solution to this is prioritize building and nurturing a warm audience well in advance of your product launch. So get them ready, gear them up for it. Make sure that they are, that they'd be interested in this product. Engage with them through different channels. That can be social media, your email, webinars, your podcast, whatever it may be, but get them like geared up for it. Share some behind the scenes glimpses and teasers and exclusive content just to pique their interest. A warm audience not only provides a ready-made group of potential buyers, but it also can serve as a sales team. They can help promote your products and through word of mouth referrals, and they're going to be your biggest fans. So make sure that you're really nurturing that warm audience, cultivating a sense of community and anticipation with your warm audience is really going to help you with your launch. My go-to is your email list. And so you constantly hear me say, grow your email list. But I think that your email list is going to be one of your most, it's going to be key to having a successful launch. Okay. The next mistake I see is a premature launch without actually testing. So rushing a product to sell without really testing it you're kind of asking for a little bit of disaster. I'm not going to lie. There's going to be bugs and glitches and other technical issues, and it can really tarnish your brand reputation, and it can result in you lose trust with your users. A fast and furious launch without really good testing can lead to negative reviews, customer dissatisfaction, and potentially losing money. So the solution to this is implement a testing strategy, conduct beta testing with a select group of users and get their feedback and listen to them, and do this before you have an official launch. And continuous testing is essential. You want to keep testing. You want to address any issues before they turn into something bigger. And I like to beta test. If you can find, I'll tell you kind of the caveat with beta testing is sometimes when people they don't pay attention, but you can also do it, sell it at a lower price and then ask people for feedback. I love doing getting on a Zoom call after somebody's done the program, especially when it's the very first, maybe I soft launch it, and just saying, how can I improve this? Give me feedback. What are things, And so I think that is just so valuable, but it's also you see the mistakes this, email was wrong, or I didn't get this, or I didn't get that. And so I think it's so much better just to make sure that you are doing your testing, doing your due diligence, and making sure that everything is exactly how it needs to be. And it's like a fine oiled machine, and you've made the program so that serves your audience in the best way. Okay, the next mistake I see is inadequate marketing and promotions. You are going to hear me talking about this over and over and over. This is going to be my year of just teaching y'all that you have to market, and marketing is so important. It does not matter how amazing your products are. If you are not marketing, you will not have success. You have to talk about your products. So even the most amazing digital product out there, it can go unnoticed if it is not well marketed and you do not have a well executed marketing plan. So invest time and resources into promoting your product so that you can have awareness, People are seeing it. We are just inundated with so much information. You have to market, or you're not going to have a good sale. You're going to have poor sales performance. So make sure that you market. The solution to this problem is develop a marketing strategy. And this is going to include pre-launch teasers, maybe do some collaborations, social media campaigns, maybe pay for some targeting advertising, but utilize these different channels to reach your target audience and create a buzz around your product. Give yourself enough time to promote your product. I've had clients before or known people that are like, I'm going to launch. And it's like 2 weeks before. And I'm like over here, like kind of panicking, like, oh, you need way longer than that. I have found with me, one of the most successful ways of launching is I start planning 2 or 3 months out and I pre-schedule a lot of stuff because it can be exhausting. But, and I think mentally, we start to think like, oh, people are sick of me talking about this, or I want to talk about other things. You have to get over that mental hump. And I feel like the more that I've scheduled, the more that I have like on my calendar and it's ready to go, it gives me less time to think about stuff, and I'm really marketing those different things. So, okay. So the next common mistake, and I am guilty of this, I am raising my hand, you just can't see it, but ignoring the post-launch engagement. Not necessarily the onboarding and stuff. Like I think I'm pretty good at the onboarding stuff, but I think there's a part of once you launch and that initial launch that mentally you start to kind of like, you start to fizzle, and you want to stay like engaged because, you are kind of exhausted mentally, but stay in the game and make sure that you're not just taking people's money and leaving, but you are like engaged. If you get one person that signs up or you get 1,000, stay in the game and really like stay in it with making sure people feel seen and heard and that you're there to support them. So many entrepreneurs, they solely focus on the launch day and they neglect the crucial post-launch phase. So once your product is live, ongoing engagement and communication with your users is so important. You want to continue to gather feedback and foster a loyal customer community. Ignoring post-launch engagement can result in really a lot of missed opportunity for growth and improvement, because one of your best tools is going to be word of mouth. And so you want to make sure that people are like completely satisfied with your offer. So make sure you do that. Also, I'm going to like put in my little thing on automating. Have a lot of automations and communication post-launch. So once they buy the product, they're getting emails and you're kind of coaching them and educating them step by step. So they actually know what's going on and they don't feel like, okay, now what? What do I do now? So over communicate. So the solution is to obviously implement a post-launch engagement strategy that is including that regular communication. And that's going to include like I said, your onboarding, social media, and just different channels where you're really communicating with your audience, and you want to make sure that they feel like very important and not like, oh, they're one of many. She doesn't, they don't care about me. I gave them my money. Make sure that you really are like in it to win it. And you are making sure that they are getting the success that you have promised. So just actively listen to their user feedback and create a community. And you want to ensure every customer feels seen and heard for sure. So those are my 5 things that I see a lot of mistakes when launching. So launching a digital product, it's fun. It's super fun to create something and it's fun to help a lot of people, but success requires careful planning and execution. So try to avoid these common mistakes: neglecting your market research, a warm audience, not inadequate marketing, ignoring post-launch engagement. Try to avoid these and you will find that you will have more success when you launch your product. A digital product is a great asset to your product suite and it can really help you scale, but it also is a lot of work but it will pay off. So take the time to prepare and learn how to effectively plan for a launch. And it's addicting and you will find that you want to keep doing it. You want to keep creating more. So I hope that these tips have been helpful. If you want more help in launching a digital product and growing your email list and all the things, check out my business membership, the meeting place. I will put the link in the profile. I hope you guys found all this information helpful, and I will see you next time. Let's not stop the party here. Head on over to my Instagram or Facebook group, Redefine Your Business, and let me know your thoughts about today's show. I will see you again, same time, same place, next week.